Yo, what's up, everyone? Angel Ram back again with a brand new YouTube video. Welcome back to another episode of the Month of EVO series where we talk about one fighting game every day. You know the drill. Today we're talking about again another issue in this certain fighting games franchise, and by far out of the three we played, I think it's the funnest, honestly. So. I don't. I might butcher the name here, but I think the game is called Vampire Savior. I don't know the rest. Okay, the name is Vampire Savior, the Lord of Vampire. I think it's what it's called. Um, yeah, it's the third Darkstalkers game in the series. Although all three of these games all have different names, basically. They're all the same franchise, I'm assuming. You can either call them the Night Warrior series, the Darkstalker series, the Vampire Savior, Vampire Warrior. Those are both different games, by the way. Vampire Savior and Vampire Warrior are both different games, but same also. But yeah, it's a bit weird. We're talking about Vampire Savior, the Lord of the Vampire today. So yeah, what's this game about? What's it different? And yeah, so this game is kind of takes quite a bit of a different shift compared to the rest of the games we've been playing. So we have the usual roster from from the game before, not Darkstalkers, the one in between. Darkstalkers Revenge, you know, the one before this one. It has that game's roster plus a few other new characters as usual. This is where one of the iconic other characters shows up, which is BB Hood. This is where she makes her appearance, and you'll know her in MVC 1, MVC 2, and yeah, that's the games I've seen her in. Besides the Darkstalker series, so yeah. And things are a bit different. Also, visual-wise. So the sprites are kind of the same, basically 8-bit. Same sprites as what it seems like to be the other few games. They're very similar. Back stages are different though. The mummy guy usually have been fighting. His stage is different compared to what it's been. So that was interesting. Visually, the art style does look cooler and cooler. It's been doing that. Very colorful game, very cool. Yeah, I will say I feel like the intro of this game is definitely something I might have to mark this video as not for kids because well, none of it are for kids, but like this one might have to be like age restricted because well, the intro is quite you know, explicit, I guess. It shows Morgan almost naked and also Lilith almost naked. So yeah. Also, Lilith is where she gets introduced in this game as well. She's not that iconic, but they make references to her in the MVC games with different alt colors and stuff. So it's a bit different. And MVC 1 and 2, I think, or 1 and 3. She's like Morgan has alt colors of her, and it's Lilith. So yeah. But what else? So yeah, visually, game looks different. A few new characters are added. Um, I don't know the story. Well, the thing is, now they're really going in with all these kind of like storybook, uh, kind of like folklore characters, because BB Hood is like supposed to be a kind of like an evil version of Little Red Riding Hood, I think, because she has the red hood. She like has like a super with like her grandma, which is from the story. And then obviously there's a few other characters that are pretty obvious, like there's Halloween characters, there's storybook characters, there's just random monsters as well. So the roster's getting pretty expansive, and it's pretty cool, honestly. It's like this fan-made horror game called Terror Dome, I think it's called, and like that game is just all like horror movie characters fighting. And that's pretty cool. And that's basically what this kind of feels like. It's just a bunch of kind of iconic horror icons, you know? Like Dimitri's Leader of Vampire and kind of like the Dracula sort of. Felicia's the weird one because she's just a cat, which actually is who I played for this video because I wanted to check out another iconic character. I don't know who I'm gonna. I don't know if other characters will show up in the next two games, who knows. But yeah, gameplay-wise though, it's also different. So, I don't know if it's just Felicia, but she had a normal moveset, nothing as weird as Dimitri or Morgan, where they had like the weird inputs. She has kind of like, sort of just traditional stuff. Nothing, no end moves, no quarter circle up moves. She does have the injustice stuff, where like, left, right, but not a charge. But her pretty much similar stuff. So the meter system was a bit confusing last time, but now it's a bit more self-explanatory as I was testing it out in training mode. So you have a meter system. They changed the location again, putting it back at the bottom, and the meters goes up to level 9. And what that basically means is that you can go and do up to 9 supers at once. Well, not at once, but like back to back to back to back. And everybody has 2 supers, I'm pretty sure. So the meter goes up till it fills up to 9, which is the max. And you can do I think EX moves that also, or I think everybody has EX moves which take up a meter, and just a super move which takes up a meter. So yeah, you can do quite a bit of supers. It's pretty good EX bar basically. And yeah, also, if this game feels even quicker than the other Darkstalker games were, it feels super fast paced. As soon as the round ends, you immediately get back up and fight the next round. It almost caught me off guard playing the first round because I literally knocked my opponent and then immediately got up again, and the round started, which was pretty funny. And also, it's kind of like a KOF? Yeah, KI and KOF, where your health from the previous round transfers over to the next round. Then when that health depletes, you get full health back, and then you go to the next round. So yeah. On that note as well, your health also slowly regens, so like a tag team sort of deal, where if you're not taking damage, after a while you will start to regain health. And that also caught me a little bit off guard, because that also is a new thing to the game. So like, you can survive basically, and your health slowly will regen. I don't know if there's a way that to like make sure that he regens. I don't know if it just feels over time, or that's just how it is. But yeah, so the game has quite a bit of different changes. You get like 9 supers and an EX. You also get regaining health. The round system is a bit different. But other than that, I think that's quite it in terms of new gameplay. Just you get more meters now, you get a health back, and yeah, modes, same stuff. You know, for this collection, just training, arcade, and versus. But yeah, I think this game was much more is the funnest one so far, because of all the changes, and because the first game was pretty interesting. getting to know it. Second game, meter system was a bit confusing, and these inputs are really what's it called, different. And this game, it's kind of a good equal medium, you know. Mix of basically classic controls with also a understandable game system. So yeah. What else can I talk about? So yeah, there's I don't know how much characters there are in this game, but there's quite a good amount of new ones. Um, yeah, I think the original roster was 10, then it got to 14, then it's maybe 16. I had to guess 16 or 18. And then we still have two more Darkstalkers games to talk about, which is funny. And then we also have to talk about what Alpha 2 maybe tomorrow. And then after that, we might talk about Red Earth. I think it's a fighting game. And also the other multiplayer game, the other KOF game, MVCI. So we still have like maybe another week's worth of content before I run out. But yeah, I think that's well. What else? Stockstar has been pretty fun, honestly. I was really having fun, but I realized I was recording for too long. I was like, okay, I think this is more than enough footage. Um, yeah, it's quite an interesting game. I've been seeing the hype. I really like the theme of it, as I've been saying. Kind of like, you know, iconic fictional characters put into a fighting game, which is what this feels like. And yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this video. It has not been an EVO, obviously. Well, I'm pretty sure. It might have been like a side tournament or something. Or all the Dark Souls have probably been side tournaments, but not official mainline stage games. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know what you think of this version of Darkstalkers, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day 10, 9, I don't remember. I don't know which one this is. No, day 10 tomorrow. Day 10. See ya.